Hello and welcome to Yes Yoga Stories, and I'm Trupti, and here I am in Bandra. So I started out on the Hill Road where the St. Andrew's School is, and I'm walking down here to show you that still a little bit of the old Bombay still remains. So here there are a few old houses, and here you can see a lot of beautiful trees, date palms behind me, and mango tree here behind me. So a lot of wonderful green trees here around and old houses still, but many houses probably have been, as they call it, redevelopment, is when an older house is broken down and a builder comes and builds a high rise there in place of the older house, just like this one for example. And then it's like for people a win-win situation, especially if you stay in a house and the people, the land lord cannot repair and take the costs, and the people who have rented the flat out are not willing to really contribute to the repair of such old buildings, and then this is what happens. But as you can see here in the background, there are still some old houses here. So this is also another old house. Bandra is one of my favorite locations, and Bandra is also pretty clean compared to many other parts of Bombay, and people try and maintain the place. So now I'll be walking down from here on the Hill Road all the way to Khar, which is the next suburb to the Ramkrishna Mission. Today is Mother's Day, and I thought I'll go to the Ramkrishna Mission because Ramkrishna Paramhouse was like very close. My mother is like very fond of him, and me too. So I just thought in her memory I would like to go there, and I wanted to buy the Gospel of Ramkrishna there. So let me see how long I need to walk. Today is a Sunday, so it's pretty quiet, and walking is probably possible, but I might need to ask someone the way. Behind me is a Jambhul tree. So I really don't know what this berry is called in English, but it looks like this, and it's terribly healthy. So if you eat the berry, it's very good for diabetes. The bark of the tree, I mean, you can see the tree here closer now that this is the bark of the tree. So people actually put a piece of the bark of the tree in water the whole night long, and the next morning you can drink that water, and it's terribly good for diabetes because it regulates your sugar level, your insulin and all that. So next to this tree here on the other side is a tamarind tree. It's difficult now to see because there's a car going. So that's a tamarind tree, and ahead there is on one side a peepal tree, which is very common here, and many more trees. So now back to the jambul. Yeah, the jambul is a tiny little berry. It grows pretty much everywhere in India except probably the very cold places in north, but almost till Dehradun you will find jambul. It's very traditional to India. It grows, as you see, anywhere and everywhere, and very good for health. And the seeds of the jambul tree are also very useful, because when we were kids, what people did is dried them in the sun and powdered them, and then you can make a paste and apply on your face or on your hair. So it's very good against it, to get rid of dandruff. Also very good for your eczema or all kinds of skin problems, acne and all that. So it's good for all that. Here there's another huge jambul tree just behind me, and in front of me the neem tree. So this is the jambul tree bark. If I go up, you can see the tree. It's amazing. It makes me feel really happy that some old trees are still around this place, and not everything is taken out for accommodating the big cars that are very popular now in Bombay since quite a few years, but I think the last few years a lot more, and I sometimes wonder why, because Bombay still doesn't have the roads for all the cars. They are doing a lot of work, but I think still a lot needs to be done. as you can see, it's a very happening place, linking road here. Behind me here is the Irish house. It's called the Irish house, not the Irish pub, but it advertises buy one get one free, unconditional happy hour. So there you can go and get yourself a Guinness or probably a Bailey's coffee, which I knew right from my teenage days, which is very popular in India, in Bombay especially. Again behind me you'll see a few more houses here on the side. So it's very nice to see a few houses that are still left out, which we call here bungalows, because as you can see, the bungalows, they don't have a floor. They only have maximum a story, but otherwise it's just here behind me also there is, no, this is not, but here, just a minute. Here you can see there's also a house here, a bungalow with a one story on top, so strictly speaking not a bungalow. So here next to me, behind me, is the St. Teresa School here in Bandra West. Behind me some nice old buildings, probably from the 1930s, most of them. So you can see behind me. Unfortunately, this mobile telephone does not have the possibility of changing the direction of the camera, and I want to have the entire video in one shot. So here you can see again all 1930s houses still staying hale and hearty. One more here. Parallel road, perpendicular street. I am on the linking road, and now I'll walk again further all the way to the Ramkrishna Mission here in Khar in Mumbai or Bombay. It's a shop called Mad Over Donuts, and I think, why donuts? It's so unhealthy to eat donuts. Better to have medu vada actually. Here behind me is the very happening linking road. You can hear the noise. And on the other side is the NM College. I think that's the college where Amir Khan, those who know Bollywood, went to, but I'm not terribly sure. So that is NM College, the yellow building behind me, that's NM College. That is not the NM, but the RD National College. So that's the RD National College with all the Ashoka trees right in front. So this is the college. But today is Sunday obviously, so college is closed. The linking road with all the busy shops, the street side fashion shops, cheap fashion, not sustainable, just wear and throw, something similar to all the stuff we have in Germany or Europe, like Primark and to a certain extent H&M. And here one more Jambhul or Zambul in Marathi tree, because you can see the berries all lying on the floor. Okay, so I showed you the floor. I hope you saw the berries. Behind me is another flashy shop with all very fashionable clothes, and ahead of me is an acacia tree, a peepal tree, and again more Jambhul tree. Is a prestigious Adidas behind me with Deepika Padukone doing the Gomukhasana, but her hands are in front, not behind. Is some graffiti here on the wall made by chalk, which is very sustainable, not some terribly poisonous colors full of solvents, but something nice. Here behind me is the South Avenue, and I'm going to cross the road. And there you can see behind me is the Ramkrishna Mission Road. The drinking place, a beverage where you have masala limca, masala soda, masala. So it's very funny because you have masala Sprite, masala cola, masala Pepsi. So everything European or American stuff, and the Indian limca is something like Sprite, which we had since my childhood, and Thumbs Up is something like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, which we also had since childhood. I've never had it. So all this is what you call with masala, because Indians, we love our masala. In front of me is the Ramkrishna Mission hospital, and behind me is the Ramkrishna Mission, and I'll be entering this place very soon. Yeah, I know, thank you, yeah. So here's the hospital, which is the charitable home. That was the lady who was telling me that I have to enter this lane to enter the Ramkrishna Mission. So there I am, and before I end here you can see behind me is the Ramkrishna Mission here, the Math as we call it, the temple, and I'll be going there. So just before I go there, I would like to end this. Here you can see the beautiful temple. It's really very peaceful and quiet with a very beautiful garden here. It goes on like this. As I said, I can't really turn the camera. This behind me is a wonderful breadfruit tree. So I'm showing you the tree, a breadfruit tree. So the breadfruit looks a little bit like a jackfruit, but you can only eat it raw, so in the form of a curry. It's also just like jackfruit, which has become a very hot favorite among the vegans. Taste a little bit more subtler, very tasty. And my grandmother used to make wonderful things, curries, and also bhajia, which is like fritters. You slice them and you fry them. So traditionally we do it with just a few spices like turmeric, chili, red chili powder, salt, and we just put it in some rice flour, which we grind ourselves, and then you fry it. So the rice flour gives a crispy taste. But that's, sorry for the little distraction. Now I'll be going to my mat, and before I end, I would like to sing a song, because the whole way from the hill road to here, the maximum amount of trees that I saw was the Jambhul tree. And the Jambhul tree is, as I said, a very healthy fruit, a berry. And I'm going to sing you a song from a Marathi movie called Jait Re Jait, starring Smita Patel and Mohan Agashe, who's a medical doctor by profession in real life. But he was also an actor because he was very fond of acting. And Smita Patel, and why am I singing this song? Because of the Jambhul tree, and also because today is Mother's Day, and Smita Patel died very young, very premature, during the delivery of her son, the son to Raj Babbar. And that time she died because the doctor asked her, we can just say one person, and she said she wants to see her son living and not herself. That is the extent to which a mother can go for the love of her children, the unconditional love that mothers have for their children. So just a little just the first stanza of this song, and I'll put the song, the real original song, in the description box, the link, so you can enjoy the original song, and also write your comments in the description box. And stay healthy and stay happy, and happy Mother's Day to you. And also Ramkrishna's wife, who is also called Shraadha is also the Holy Mother. So I'm really looking forward to that. So just the first stanza of the song, and to end with today's episode. जांभूळ पिकल्या झाडाखाली ढोल कोणाचा वाजतो, जांभूळ पिकल्या झाडाखाली ढोल कोणाचा वाजतो, हा 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 ढोल वाजतो, कोणाचा वाजतो, हा 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 ढोल वाजतो, जांभूळ पिकल्या झाडाखाली ढोल कोणाचा वाजतो. So that's it from me today, Trupti, and stay happy and satisfied, and see you soon.